What's good, YouTube? This past week, NBA Youngboy released his latest album and the first big hip-hop release of 2023 with I Rest My Case. Now, the most surprising thing to me about this album and about NBA Youngboy in general was how clearly he was influenced by other artists, especially when it came to the production style of the album. About 50 to 60% of the production. And then even in his ad-libs, voice texture, and words leading into the songs. The artists who, were clearly influencing him in this case were artists like Yeat and Playboi Carti and Lil Uzi Vert. Now, recently over the past couple weeks, NBA Youngboy was asked who his top 5 rappers are in the game right now. And the first person that came to his mind was Yeat.
In my top 5 rappers, I'll say Yeat. I'll say Thug. I'll say French Montana. Glizzy. I'll say Shy Glizzy. Yeah, the last one, Soulja Slim.
Now, this was super surprising for me to hear because throughout NBA Youngboy's career, he's really dominated the southern hip-hop and trap realm of hip-hop, and he's created an incredible cult-like fan base around the music that he's created. And somebody like Yeat, who was practically unknown a year and a half ago, and has been able to develop an incredible fan base built on a lot of mystique. It's incredible to see Yeat come up and be co-signed by guys like Drake or Uzi or even now NBA Youngboy. Let alone to think that NBA Youngboy would listen to a guy like Yeat. With this album that NBA Youngboy dropped, it's so evident to see he was influenced by these guys, and it really got me thinking of, the future of hip-hop and where it could go, and the power of the fan bases and the market share that guys like Uzi, Carti, and Yeat have created. Because, NBA Youngboy, for example, he makes a lot of music, and I'm sure with as much as he's doing, and he's on house arrest right now and making music on a constant basis, I'm sure that he gets bored of the same type of production style, that he wants to switch things up, and he wants to be able to keep things interesting. And I think he sees a lot of market share in that space that Carti, Uzi, and Yeat have created. I think you could also throw Trippie Redd in there. It really surprised me because I never thought I would see that. But I do think that there's a lot of potential in that space of hip-hop. And I also think that guys like Uzi, Carti, and Yeat, they have things in hip-hop that NBA Youngboy doesn't have. For example, Youngboy really dominates the streaming space when it comes to YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. He apparently makes a ton of money in revenue. It was reported that he made up to $100 million last year in just streaming alone. But what Youngboy doesn't do is tour. He hasn't done shows in a very, very long time. And I mean, who can blame him when you're making that much money from streaming? But guys like Carti and Uzi and even Yeat as he's rising up, the energy they bring out of people in physical shows are what every artist would dream of. And it's built on the type of music that they're making and the influence that they're getting, especially over the youth. And I think Youngboy sees potential in that of what they've been able to build and say, man, like they've got something that I don't have. There's potential there. Now, I think one thing that all of them have in common when it comes to Youngboy, Uzi, Playboi Carti, Yeat, they all have dominance over the youth in hip-hop. And they're all relatively young, especially guys like Yeat is 22, NBA Youngboy is 23. And, even Carti and Uzi, they get the young kids and they're able to influence them through fashion or through everything. And then it was surprising to see that NBA Youngboy, even this past yesterday, I think he posted it, he was wearing a mask just like Playboi Carti and even Yeat would wear. Man, I just couldn't help to think to myself, like, wow, I've never thought I would see NBA Youngboy be influenced by other artists because of how much he stays in his own lane, how much he doesn't rock with other people. But I really was coming to think about it, and I'm like, but their imaging is all pretty similar. The way they've come up was similar to Youngboy. Youngboy came up and he never really has done a lot of interviews. He's never really talked to a lot of people. He's never done things just to get attention. And then when you think about like somebody like Yeat or Playboi Carti or Uzi, like they don't really talk too much either. They've been able to come up with more of a mystique than Youngboy has. A lot of people don't know them. A lot of people don't even really know what their voice sounds like when they talk or whatever. And You know, they've been able to create that imaging that the music has been able to speak for. And this is the most evident time I've ever seen Youngboy get influenced by other artists. But what do you guys think about this? Do you guys think that the lane that Cardi, Uzi, and Yeat have built is the future of hip-hop and where it'll go? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.